anniversary video. So we're going to answer as many questions as we can.
And we got a lot of them, by the way.
Yeah, and there's a lot of duplicates, so we'll try and incorporate them all into one.
Yeah, we can't answer all of them, and we've picked out all the questions we're comfortable with, and yeah, we're going to start.
Let's go.
So, first question is, how do you know where to look for things? Which is a question we get a lot, don't we?
Yeah. Well, it's a question of research, really. We use Google Maps a lot, and we use the National Library of Scotland maps, which cover the whole of Britain, and they're amazing.
Plus, it lets you compare the modern
with the old
aerial
maps.
map with the old map, which is really helpful.
Also, just studying the landscape and knowing how people lived in Victorian times.
Yeah, you've got to remember that towns now are not the same as towns back in Victorian times, because towns are growing, and a lot of tips are now built over, so can't be accessed.
They did have rubbish collection in those days, not quite like it is today. So a lot of people did actually just dump their own rubbish, especially in the countryside, over walls like this.
Down here.
Down bank sides, usually that run down to streams. So they're always a good place to check out.
Definitely.
Just look at the landscape.
Okay.
Next question.
What's the weirdest thing you ever found, or the most valuable? But it's most valuable in terms of what? Because monetary-wise, I don't think we have found.
No, I don't think we found
anything of great value. But historically speaking, I think we have found absolute gold, real treasure.
The value we put into things are their historical and aesthetic value.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. What can we make with them?
Yeah.
And what is their history, really?
Mm-hmm.
So we value just about everything we find.
The weirdest things we found, something we can't say because they're a little bit rude. Found some dodgy.
Okay, this question is for Alex. What kind of music genre do you enjoy?
I enjoy quite a few different genres. I like bluesy rock. I love a bit of rock and roll. I like indie music. I like a lot of indie artists. Folk music, of course, because we play a lot of folk and classical on our channel, so you might guess that we like folk and classical music. So some pop music, and it depends on the song. If I like the song, then I'll listen to it. So yeah, that's it.
Next question.
Did you grow up going on adventures like you do with Alex?
Yes, I've always gone on adventures, travelled a lot all over the world, well, say all over the world, Australia, New Zealand, America mainly, and the continent. But when I was, the earliest sort of mudlarking related adventure was behind our house at Ponteland when I was 5 years old.
Northeast England.
Searching the ploughed fields and coming home with bags full of pottery and finds, and then laying them all out in the shed and making my family come and look at them as if it was a museum.
Nothing's changed.
I think
really,
I got it from my mother, who did a lot of archaeology, and she was talking about it all the time. So
yeah. Okay, so next question.
Okay, next question.
It's upside down. What is your favourite bottle? That's a hard question because we've found so many bottles.
I think my favourite one is the little ink pot with the child's fingerprints on it.
Yeah,
because that takes us right back to when that little bottle was made, probably in the latter half of the 19th century, when children, or the mid-19th century, when children were still, children as young as 5 were working in these potteries. And
to see their little fingerprints on there on the bottle is really touching, really.
It really makes history real. So
I think my favourite bottle, although there's lots of them that aren't remarkable bottles, bottle collectors wouldn't consider them valuable, but it's the history behind them that I consider, valuable. But I think my favourite bottle aesthetically is a ginger beer bottle that we found on one of our first videos. It's Alex Pirrie.
It's got your name on it.
It has my name on it. Alex Pirrie ginger beer bottle from Hoyk, and it's probably the most expensive thing valuable thing we've ever found, because it's quite a rare bottle, and yeah, I'd like it aesthetically. So yeah. Next question.
Okay, will you be doing more making videos? If so, when can we expect them?
Well, the answer is yes.
Yes, we try to put them into our main videos, but we don't always have time because they take a lot of extra time in filming, and they're very time consuming to edit.
They are. They do take a long time.
So-
Yeah, longer than anything else we film. The making things takes a long time.
Yeah.
Generally.
So, and actually making the thing takes up the
yeah.
time as well. So yeah, we try to put them in when we can, especially when we get some really exciting materials like the agates.
Oh,
That's a Schwooz.
Schwooz.
Like the agate and other things that just crying out to be made into something, and can't wait to do it. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
There
Well,
will be more making things videos, basically.
Yeah. So next
Next
question.
question. Oh, it's bright.
The sun's come out. Apart from mudlarking and jewellery making, what other hobbies and interests do you have? None? No, we do.
You like family history, don't you? You
Family
do-
history. I also like painting and drawing. Not that I have much time for that anymore. But to be honest, most of our interests and hobbies are all incorporated in what we do now.
Yeah, yeah.
Mudlarking and beachcombing and
And
jewellery
history
making.
and archaeology and crafting.
It's all seemed to
things.
have encompassed all of our
Yeah.
real interests, so that's why we enjoy it so much.
Yeah, well, another passion of mine actually from a young age is photography. I have absolutely loved photography. Yeah, I love Robin.
Next question.
Next question.
We're in the stream.
we're in the stream, yeah. So, if I may ask about shrew birds, I've never seen one until watching them on your channel. Now, some of you seem to think that shrews are a
Different
species of their own.
Yeah.
They are not.
They are
some of you
actually.
seem to think we are misidentifying the shrews as shrews instead of peahens. But we know they're peahens, so yeah, just make that clear.
They're peafowl, and they're the female of the peafowl,
Yeah.
which is a peahen,
Peahen.
and the male is a peacock.
So we hatched. I bought them off eBay
As eggs.
a few years ago now as eggs. They came in the post, just two little eggs like that. I popped them in the incubator, and almost a month later they hatched into two beautiful little chickies, and we've had them ever since.
We called them the Chickie Chews. A lot of people have asked about their name, how they
Yeah.
got that name. So we called them Chickie Chews.
Yeah.
And then as they got older, they weren't chickies anymore, so we just called them chews.
Oh.
And chews evolved into.
Yeah, but Chickie Chew,
Schwooz.
if you take Chickie Chew and put that together, it's like shrew,
Shrew,
kind of sounds
yeah.
like shrew, but
None of our animals have their original name,
no.
and all of them have more than one name. Dumb question, there are no dumb questions. But would like to know how you grew your channel so much in just a year. And we actually don't have any idea. When we first had the idea of uploading a video, we didn't have any aspirations whatsoever.
No.
We just thought it would be a fun thing to do, to film what we already do. If you could do a collab with any other YouTuber, who would it be with? Well, we'd like to do collabs with all of the other mudlarking,
We
beachcombing
would.
YouTubers.
Yes.
Because it's such a lovely community, and we've already done a couple of collabs with, we've done one with Kitten Caboodlers and Tom Burley.
Yeah.
And that was just before lockdown. Kitten Caboodlers,
Yes.
we only just scraped that one
And
in.
Tom Burnley was in January. Our
Yeah.
very first mudlark of the year was with Tom.
Yeah.
So, okay. Next
Next
question.
question. Okay. This one's to Alex. Do you have a steady boyfriend? And if not, would you be interested in marrying my son?
I think your son might have something to say about that, Robin. Yeah.
I know, they're just kidding, really. Okay. And we've had a lot of comments on our videos relating to this question.
Oh.
And it is, which of you two does the driving during the intro sections of your vids? Whoever it is, you're driving too fast.
Now we know some of you are joking, but on a comment, you can't always tell. So
No,
we don't know if
we
some
don't
of
know
you
if
are
some of
actually
you are serious
or just joking.
We know some of you are joking.
Yeah, we do, but
It's not always obvious. So I do all of the driving, and I can assure you I'm not driving too fast because we speed up the film
3 times faster. So
Yes.
you've got to remember, I either speed it up 2 or 3 times, sometimes 4 times faster.
Because some of our journeys are very long. We like
yeah.
to get in a lot of the countryside
Yeah,
and
so you
scenery.
can see different snippets of the different
so
areas we
we
pass
speed
through.
it up.
Yeah. So no, Mum's a very good driver.
Otherwise you'd have an hour of introduction.
Yeah.
It usually takes us about an hour to get to where we're going.
Okay, so next question. Ow! Twiggy.
Okay. Your videos are relaxing, informative and a joy to watch.
Oh,
Well,
thank you very much.
Do you have any plans to produce online courses for jewellery making for beginners?
No.
No. We are self-taught jewellery makers and we do things...
Well, that's another question.
That's another question. But we do things our way, which aren't necessarily the correct way.
Yeah.
And any beginners, I suggest going to a class and
Yeah.
learning properly, not the
Well,
way
actually,
we do.
there are lots of YouTube. There's already lots of YouTubers
Lots
and
of
YouTube
YouTube
videos
videos.
about making all
Yeah.
manner of things, from making your first bezel for a ring or a
Actually,
necklace.
we could put
or,
some links to some below
Yeah,
if
there is
you're
so
interested.
much. We actually learnt a lot of what we know
Yeah.
from other YouTube videos. So
Yeah.
yeah.
But no, the videos we make are for entertainment purposes only. So
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Next question.
Okay, so is this the right? Are we on the right page? Hold on.
Oh,
think
yes, I'm on
so.
the right page.
I would like to know if Mattel has approached you about a Mudlarking Barbie. If not, have you considered sending a suggestion their way? Does anyone here in the comments have any power or influence to make this a reality? We need Gail and Alex, Northern Mudlarks toys. Accessories include trowel, net totes, toggy hat and plaid flannel shirts. Schwooz and Gremlins sold separately. I love that. That would be so
That
cool.
would be so cool, but
But
I don't think it's going to
I don't
happen.
think it's going to happen.
They'd only
anytime
make
soon.
things for like blockbuster movies and hit
Yeah.
TV shows.
I don't think we're quite well
I
known
don't think we're
enough for
quite
that
up
sort of
there
thing.
yet. But that would be so funny.
That would be
wouldn't
amazing, wouldn't it?
it?
Having
Alex
little,
and Gail dolls.
little trowels, little schmooze. Oh.
Aww.
If you could go anywhere to dig, etc., where would it be? I don't know. It depends.
I'd go back to New Zealand to where I lived when I was
Oh.
14 and found my first bottle dump, and I'd dig there.
But that was a good bottle up, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You've talked about it before.
Yeah,
What did you find?
bottles.
Mm.
Bottles, dolls' heads, you know, the Victorian stuff. But they were great. Whole dolls' heads, bigger ones, and bottles from quack medicine shows that had travelled from America. And they travelled all over the world and brought their bottles with them and their whole show. They'd bring Native Americans and performers. And yeah, and I found was it Indian Kickapoo cough cure, Dr. Nathaniel Tucker's something,
Oh, that's so cool.
Warner's Safe Cure from Melbourne.
And we've looked at the location.
It's
You
still
still remember?
It's still the same as it was.
Yeah,
when I lived
it
there.
hasn't been
Nothing's changed,
touched.
'cause
So
it's the middle of nowhere.
So maybe one day we'll travel all the way to New Zealand and visit Mum's first Victorian bottle dome and see if we can find anything.
Yeah.
Next question.
Okay, next question. And do either of you have an archaeology education, or have you just learnt all this along the way? We haven't had a formal archaeological education,
No.
as in we don't have a degree in archaeology, but I've worked on archaeological sites since about the age of 19, and you have since you left school.
Yeah.
I've worked with some really amazing archaeologists, and I think I've learnt quite a lot.
I
in
think
a practical
both,
sense.
we have had a lot of experience working on archaeological sites. We've done everything from surveying,
site planning,
drawing
digging.
out trenches, recording cross sections of trenches. So we've done Anglo-Saxon church, and we've discovered the skeletal remains of a murdered man,
Yes.
which was so exciting, and a Ulitic limestone cross.
And we've worked at Long Meg Stone Circle, which had
Oh,
never been
yes.
dug before. That was
Oh.
very exciting.
Very few people get that opportunity.
Actually, we were on Country File.
Very lucky.
We were on Country File.
Oh, they
with that
came
one, yeah.
filming.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Country File is a British TV
Yeah.
show.
We've done 2 Roman roads, 2 different.
We were part of a team who discovered Roman Road. I've worked at Segedunum Roman Fort, Housted's Roman Fort, digging. Yeah.
So basically, we have a lot of. Oh no, wait, we've done more things. We've done Iron Age roundhouses. We've done a Mesolithic campsite or
Yes.
supposed campsite.
Camp
And we have done a parade ground, but that's for another question.
Yes.
Um,
Roman parade ground.
a Roman parade ground. What else have we done?
Ooh.
Other things.
Other things. Yeah, we help out some professional archaeologists.
Yes, and we've learnt a lot on the subject
yeah,
of archaeology over
yeah,
the years.
Yeah, we've dug near Holy Island. We were supposed to dig on Holy Island, but we never got to it.
Yeah,
in
we
time.
never. You've done field walking on Holy Island with the.
Yes, I've done field walking on Holy Island.
Anyway, that's that question.
Yeah.
On to the next. Just wondering if you have ever had any slip-ups, retakes, and get the giggles. Yes. Pretty much every time we film something.
Yeah.
Filming this video was slip-up, so we'll be editing some of those out. The answer is yes, and
Yep.
yes. What is your favourite holiday?
Well, my favourite holiday is Yuletide or Christmas, and I like it because it's cold and the nights draw in early, and you get cosy by the fire,
Yeah,
and
I
there's
like
lots
that.
of good food and family around you,
Yeah.
and I just love it.
And I think my favourite holiday is Halloween. I think it's a half term, isn't it? In
I think
Britain.
so,
I think, yeah. But the whole of October, I just love the autumn.
Oh,
The autumn-
October's lovely.
The autumn is my it's my favourite season, I have to say. I think yours is the spring, isn't it?
Spring, I
You
love
like the
spring, yeah.
I love the autumn. I love the smell.
No, I do
and
love
the colours.
autumn too.
And I love all the seasons in different ways,
Yeah.
but autumn is definitely my favourite. And I love mushrooms. I love fungi and seeds and acorns and things, and that's all autumn related.
Yeah,
So
yeah. So
next question.
next question. Where do you buy your cozy, cute jumpers?
My jumpers. This one is way too big for me. It's a vintage jumper, and I buy the jumpers I buy are pure wool, vintage second-hand jumpers, and I get them from charity shops, which are they're like
Thrift stores in America, I
yeah,
suppose.
yeah, thrift stores. And I get them off eBay as well, and I love these hand knit jumpers. They're so cozy and
Yeah.
warm, and and they're so pretty. This one's a new one actually. It's size XL, but look at, they've got acorns and leaves on the bottom,
sheep.
and sheeps. Look at the sheep. Look at the sheeps. But yeah, I love my jumpers. So next question. How do you store/display your growing collections?
Well, we have little cardboard boxes. We put them in, write on the date and where they're from, and put them on a shelf, basically.
Actually, our best finds we do put them out on display in our living room. So
Yeah.
So next question. Okay. What piece that you found has the most interesting history? That's almost impossible, really, to answer.
I think every piece has its own most interesting history. It's everything we find, particularly some things.
Yeah.
When you start, they start off looking a bit mundane, and then when you really start delving into their history, it's amazing what you find out.
Well, I don't know. I like the history of CMC glass. John Candlish, who founded, I think he founded it, didn't he? Founded the factory, and just how well respected and by his workers, and I think it's really touching in an age where a lot of working class people were
going on strike, literally, weren't they?
exploited.
Going on strike and for different reasons.
He treated his workers absolutely wonderfully, by all accounts,
and they stood by him.
They did stand by him. I mean, when the rest of the country went on strike, they refused to go on strike because they thought he treated them so fairly and so well. And I really love that story. And
Tret is a northeast word, by the way.
Tret, oh yeah.
Normal people say treated.
And I like, well, I don't like the story, but the history behind the Mrs. Winslow's soothing syrup.
Yeah, that was very interesting and quite, very sad.
Harrowing, really.
You find the bottle, it's a bottle.
We
with
like,
writing
oh look,
on.
it's a lovely little bottle. But
and then you delve into the history and you find out something quite harrowing. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, just
everything. Okay. And Hope has another question. Also, is there anything you like to keep yourselves entertained while you're travelling to all of your destinations?
Music.
And we listen to music. Yeah.
We have playlists
all the way there and all the way back.
Yeah.
And
love our music.
sometimes travelling for hours. We talk about all manner of things.
We put the world to rights.
And yeah, I think it's time for the next question.
Next question.
Okay, next question is... I should probably get these ready before...
We're not very good at this. We've never done this before.
We haven't. You are both incredible craftspeople. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Are those skills recently acquired skills?
There's a story behind our jewellery making.
Yeah, I don't know if that's... that might be another question.
It might be.
Yeah, I think it is in another question.
I've always done crafts since I can remember, and painting and drawing.
And so have I.
So it's not really recent.
It's
most recent skills are jewellery making.
And bead making
and
now,
bead
apparently.
making, and you saw us do that. So what's the next question?
We've always been willing to just jump in there, though, haven't we?
Yeah, life's too short.
I think my idea is if I decide I want to do something, I'm gonna try and achieve that. So
me too.
Yeah, whatever we decide to do in the future, we're gonna have a go.
Yeah. What is your white whale / dream find? Something you always keep an eye out for but have never found yet.
Oh, dream find.
I would love to find a glass eye.
It's like a human one. Like a human glass eye.
Yeah, not a toy glass eye.
I got, actually, funny story, right? A few years ago, I think it was about
A couple of years ago.
a couple of years ago, yeah. I bought Mum a glass eye off eBay,
For
like
my
an
birthday.
antique one for her birthday. And
Who gets a glass eye?
I made her a chocolate cake, and I put the eye in the chocolate cake and put the icing around it, so it was like looking out. It was looking at you through the cake. So yeah, I wonder how many people have antique glass eyes on their birthday cake.
Yeah, I treasure that glass eye.
Mhm.
But I'd like to find one.
Yeah.
I'd also like to find a chess piece or something like that. A gaming piece.
What's your dream find though? Because we could find a chess piece. That's a reasonable ask.
A dream find would be something Anglo-Saxon or Viking or Iron Age, something like that.
Reasonably speaking, putting aside like gold talks and and things like that, and like hoards of Saxon garnet gold jewellery and sword pommels. Oh. It would probably be like an intaglio wax seal of any sort of age, between Roman and Georgian. An intaglio seal, because I collect intaglio seals. I have quite a little collection of them. And what else would I like to find? I said
You said something before.
I remembered what my other dream find was, right? Because I love memento mori and things like that.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, one of those gold like posy rings with the
memento mori with the
skull or
skeleton.
or a whole skeleton. I'm not picky.
And on the inside with an
the
inscription,
name of the person,
a date.
and the date, and we could even look it up, and maybe even visit the grave of that person.
We've
Can
seen
you imagine?
detectorists and
Find them.
maybe people on the Thames have
Yeah.
found them before. We're
Yeah.
so jealous.
I would love that. That would be like hallelujah fine. So yeah. Where are we? Gail, did you train to be a silversmith?
Basically no. I'm self-taught, just trial and error, making lots of mistakes, and I think if you're really interested in something, and I really love metalworking now, then you push yourself and you learn along the way. So that's what I've done.
Yeah, and I think there's more questions on that as well, and like how we got into it and stuff. But yeah, see you on the next question.
It's getting bumpier.
Did you already talk to History Channel, National Geographic's Discovery Channel, or even Netflix to make a documentary about your videos like a TV series? Well,
No.
no.
No, we haven't. But if there's anyone out there that works for those companies, we'd be
Send us an email.
we'd be very interested.
Next question. Okay, next question. How in the world did you hook up with Mr. Ainsworth? He is such a hero of mine from Time Team. Good
Yeah.
old Stuart.
On one of the digs we were on, Stuart got involved.
Epiacum.
We were part
Roman
of a
fort.
group called Altogether Archaeology, and he came along to help us on our Iron Age dig, and also Epiacum Roman fort. He came to have a look at the grounds there because he suspected there was a Roman parade ground there.
Yeah.
There had only ever been 2 found in Britain, and he was hoping that would be the 3rd, and he was asking for volunteers. Of course, Alex and I volunteered to help him, and we he told us where to dig, and we dug a test pit.
It was amazing,
it was so
wasn't it?
exciting, wasn't
We
it?
put the spade in and we could feel the rocks as we were sticking out the sods.
We took the first clod out,
And it was just
and
this
we could see a lovely
paved
smooth.
surface. It was amazing.
It's like a Roman road surface.
Yeah, it was
about,
very much like a Roman road.
Yeah, and about you know.
But he is a very talented landscape archaeologist, so he looks
read
at
the
maps
landscape
and looks at maps from looks at the land from the ground, and
and he guessed there might be a Roman parade ground there, and so we called him over. We were like, Stuart, come and have a look. And he came running over, and he was like so excited.
that we found it.
such an exciting day.
I know, it was amazing.
And we dug it all out, and then we did a little thing.
And he said it was more exciting than anything he'd ever done on Time Team. He said that. It made us feel great, didn't it?
Yeah. And now he uses
it's like,
us.
this is the most, the best thing that I've ever
He uses
discovered.
that in his lectures, doesn't he?
A picture of us on the little tiny patch of parade ground we discovered. It was amazing. And Stuart's a lovely man as well.
Yes, very, very lovely. Next
Next
question.
Oh, that way a bit. Oh,
That's my foot.
it's a bit bumpy in the woods here.
Beautiful moss
It is. There's loads of different mosses and lichens and ferns.
It's beautiful.
So beautiful. But yeah, what's next? Do you have certain days you go out, or are you more spontaneous?
Sometimes we're very spontaneous. I'll just say, come on, let's go.
Yeah, it's like we're going out today.
Yeah. Just like, I can't not go out today.
Yeah, we get withdrawal from not going mudlarking.
But usually we check the tides and we check the weather, of course.
Yeah, I think it depends a lot on the weather and the tides, because if the tide's in, there's not much point in us going, and if it's raining or windy, we can't make a video. I know that we probably would go if it was raining or windy had we not been filming. But you've got to consider you don't want to be hearing whoosh on the lens,
and our camera isn't waterproof.
And it's not water, so yeah, we have to consider those things.
Yeah.
So, next question. Okay, so if you could travel anywhere in Britain to go beachcombing / mudlarking, where would it be?
I would love to go to the Jurassic Coast.
Oh yeah, the Jurassic. I would
Just
like.
way down south from here.
I would like to.
It's in Devon, isn't it?
I think it spans a couple of counties.
Was it?
Yeah.
It's on the bottom of England.
I'd like to go back to Whitby.
Yeah.
Because there is.
Well, we can do that.
Whitby's not far away. It's in the northeast of England, and it's something that we
Yeah.
we need to go there soon.
And it's a lovely place.
Oh, and of course the Thames. Getting to Thames. We would like to eventually go down to the River Thames, which of course is best known for its mudlarking, and it's the home of mudlarking, really, isn't it? The Thames.
Well, there were other places known for mudlarking back in the 19th century.
Okay, and after that, I think it's time for our next question. Okay, I think we're on a bit of an angle. Okay, hold on, we'll fix you.
That's better.
There you go. You live in such a nice place. Thank you. We love
do,
where we
love
live.
it.
Where is it? Where do we live? Well, we live in the borders of Scotland.
Close. We're not far as the crow flies from the border of England.
No.
But we are in Scotland.
And we live in a county called Roxburghshire, also known as the Scottish Borders. And yes, that's where we live.
Yeah.
What inspires you most in life?
I would say nature inspires
Nature.
me a lot. Yeah. Both
I
of
think
us.
we can both safely say that. History and nature, our natural environments, it's what inspires me
the
the most.
earth and all of its wonders.
And our past and what has come before us, the people that have come before us, the traditions and customs and those two things I'd say predominantly.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Next question.
next question. Okay,
People's
what
names.
made you guys start mudlarking and when did you start?
Well, we didn't know we were mudlarking all our lives, but we have done it, and beach combing and searching
for
rivers and looking for crystals.
Crystals and gems and things.
But we've always done it, and
I've done it for literally. I can't remember not looking for things.
so we're just carrying on what we've always done. So
In the garden at the previous house we lived in, the house I grew up in, there was like bits of clay pipe in the flower beds in the garden and lying on the path in the garden. So I always
and
knew.
blue and white china.
And china. I've always known what clay pipes were, because they were lying about the place.
The ones that I'd found previously before Alex was born were in the house.
Yeah, we had
Old
we
bottles.
got like complete clay pipes, and Grandad smoked a pipe as well. So, and old bottles. Yeah, we have old bottles that you found from before I existed, and yeah, just local streams and rivers for as long as I can remember. So.
Okay, so that's the end of our first ever question and answer video. Going into
Schwooz in the house.
Schwooz in the house. Anyway, and it's the end of our very first year as YouTube Mudlarks. And we've had a fantastic time, haven't we?
It has been an amazing experience. We've made lots of friends. And you guys, you have inspired us and helped us out identifying.
And let's face it, we wouldn't be standing here now doing this if it wasn't for you guys.
Yeah, that's
Thank
true.
you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We've been bowled over by your generosity and your support and
your
and
touching
everything.
messages as well. Some of you
comments.
You're lovely, so lovely. You're all so lovely.
Yeah. So thank you. So that's it, and we will see you on Sunday.
Here's to the next year. Bye.